Hi guys, so we are here at Haven. We got some stuff to do, but let's go ahead, talk to
Yes?
our companions.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
In that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of them. I sympathize with their frustrations.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Okay, so apparently that's it. Sandra?
Do you need something?
Oh,
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
alright. Do we have any in our codexes here? We do. Deep mushroom. Deep mushroom refers to the entire group of fungi that grows underground in caves and in many parts of the dwarven deep roads. Collections can be a dangerous task, as deep roads are often infested with darkspawn. Because of this, dwarven merchants often recruit castless hirelings for the job and pay them a meager percentage of what they earn selling the mushrooms to the surface. Most common variety used in the herbalist trade are the blightcaps, gull's mushroom, and brimstone mushrooms, almost all of which tend to carry the darkspawn's corruption. While they cannot transmit the disease, their trait often makes them quite poisonous. Deep mushrooms should only be handled by experienced herbalists and should never be consumed without first being adequately cleaned and prepared. Careless consumption has been known to cause insanity, severe abdominal cramping, and even death. An expert from Botanical Compendium. Innis. All right. Corpse. In the most corners of Thedas, funeral rites include burning or dismembering the dead to prevent them from becoming host to demons. But not everyone gets a proper burial. It is not unheard of for the dead to be thrown in the mass graves in the aftermath of battle or excruciation, almost asking some demon to claim the corpse. Okay. Let's not skip anything. Despair demon. Once upon a time, we classified these demons of sloth, but we learned that despair demons are something quite different. They are not the antithesis of justice or valor, but rather of hope. They form nightmares, tearing away the foundations of self and purpose. When brought into the world, they are most attracted to places the downtrodden populate, aliens, slums, prisons, and the like. The miasm they spread can lead to extreme behavior. We look for a rash of unexplained suicides. Men and women so filled with grief they lash out. The most intelligent of these creatures are to be feared, for they not only feed on despair, they understand its causes, and seek to bring it about. From the shadows they ruin lives, drinking the tears of those who have no idea the causes of their misery is not random chance. From lecture by renowned hunter Sir Hayward of the Templars Order. Okay, back up. One moment. Let's see. I have faced Antivan duelists, Ferelden's Ash Warriors, and Fog Warrior skirmishers. When we strip away the title and tricks, they are simply men who want to see their enemies dead, but need a hand free to manage it. Duelists favor a thinner target over the offensive strength of a main Gachet. Ash Warriors need a hand to guide their Mabari. Excuse me, one moment. Okay, there we go. I had a hiccup. And a lighter weapon to take advantage of the opening their dogs leave. While Fog Warriors rely on stealth and speed too much to use a heavy shield, when engaging with such an opponent, respect his speed. His hands and feet will move a great deal. Ignore them. Watch his hips and shoulders instead. First, deny what advantages he has in his allies or environment unless you have trained equally in such matters. Once you control his weapon, overwhelm him. He has no shield, and you need not to fear a second blade. If forced to fight in such a manner, you must decide whether you will fight as a duelist, one-handed, or as a chevet. If the former, drop your back leg away and tighten your center target, as you have no shield to cover your body or second weapons to bring into range. Focus on a quick attack and give ground freely when you cannot find an advantage. If the later, rely on your vambrace and gauntlet as a shield, and try to wrench your opponent's weapon away. My left arm bears the scars of such efforts, but my opponents bear worse. Better still, do not lose your shield at all, but battles are not a place of perfection. I'm going to stop this here instead of looking at my phone to see who's doing it, because, you know, you got that awkward silence in there when you're probably wondering, what am I doing? Give me one moment, guys. Okay. I am back. Sorry about that. Alright, I have faced Antivan duelists, Ferelden Ash Warriors, and Fog Warrior skirmishers. When we strip away the titles and tricks, they are simply men who want to see their enemies dead, but need a hand free to manage it. Duelists favor a thinner target over the offensive strength of a main Gachet. Ash Warriors need a hand to guide their Mabarier and lighter weapons. Didn't we just read this? Or at least I thought so. Mabari. Oh, well. Okay, well, we're just gonna quit. Because I can't remember what Oh. Very well, then.
What's going on?
Yes. It feels inappropriate to stare
I'd like to know more
at
about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a
Iron
general
Bull's
term. You've got
nipples.
the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
How do the re-educators work?
I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough, ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
I mean, even though it's oddly satisfying, but...
You can alter someone's beliefs that easily.
One of my friends was a re-educator. He said that every memory is like the page of a book. When you examine a memory, you're turning to that page, and when you're there, the page is laid bare. Write a few notes in the margins of the page, erase a word here and there, and your whole outlook changes. I always felt a little weird reading after that conversation.
The re-educators sound horrible.
Yeah, they probably do. Here's the thing, though. What happens in Orlais when you commit a crime and betray a lord? They just lop your head off. At least the Qunari try to fix you.
And you're a spy.
Close. I am now, I suppose. But that's not how I started. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
I can't imagine that was easy.
Nope. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, or the Fog Warriors, or the Tal Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
You'd heard what the re-educators did to their prisoners.
Yes, I had. I wanted them to fix me like they fixed them. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Tal Vashath, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
That's, damn.
You did ask. Anyway, nice talking with you.
All right. Ben Hathras re-educators. Detain has already confessed to resisting arrests when the Ben Hathras came for his co-workers. Circumstantial evidence suggests he was a part of a group planning to become Tabashath. Co-workers died attempting to escape. Detainees requires evaluation for possible reintroductions into society instead of gamic treatment. He is being denied sleep and given restricted portions of food and water, as a noted below. Day 1. Detainee restrained, given water but no food. Detainee requested to use latrine, was told cleanliness part of the Qun, and he had decided to attack the Qun. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hathras, responding that he had only defended himself. Detainee eventually urinated on the floor. Detainee given light food and water, told he could use latrine if he could demonstrate ability to follow the Qun. Detainee asked why he murdered the Ben Hathras. Answered that he fought them to protect co-workers, did not murder them. Detainee told that lying is unacceptable under the Qun. Detainee observed re-educators eating and drinking and engaging in conversation about daily activities while detainee stood. Detainee refused food and water, was taken outside and shown Kalaba rooting through the garbage for food. Detainee told them is similar to Kabbalah, as neither he nor it follows the Qun. Also told Kabbalah is better than Detainee, as Kabbalah is too stupid to follow the Qun, while Detainee could follow it, but made concession choices to refuse. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hathras. Detainee answered that he was angry and tried to protect his friends. 4. Detainee showed draws of dead Tamarsons and children. Told these were drawings of people in Shaharan killed by Tabashath. Detainee told all Tabashafs do this, and if Detainee wishes to be Tabathash, he must go to the education center and kill Tamarsarians now. Detainee became visibly upset. Detainee asked why he murdered Ben Hathras, answered that he was wrong and lied to by his co-workers. Detainee continued to show remorse, is visibly happy when reminded that the Qun offered places for all people. Detainee washed, given new clothes and food, and allowed to sleep. Upon waking, Detainee asked whether he would prefer to be Tablashaft or Krenori. Detainee answered that he will remain Krenori. Detainee released to road crew for a simple labor and will be watched by an observer on the team. How lovely. Krenori Ben Hathras. suggest that all Benhanthras are spies is like assuming that all craftsmen are carpenters. The Benhanthras form a significant portion of the Qunari priesthood, tending to a variety of tasks within Qunari society. In Qunari cities, Benhanthras serve as something akin towards a town guard, investigating anything that disrupts the ordinary function of the city. Benhatra re-educator treats criminals and rebels against the Qun, determining whether they must destroy the subject's mind using a poison known as kamek. Those they can rehabilitate through treatment and education are later transferred to a simple work detail. In contested or war-ridden areas, Benhathra coordinate with the Qunari military to track the dreaded Tablashoth rebels, a function similar to a bounty hunting. Outside Qunari borders, Benhathra's agents primarily observe and report. While this may seem underhanded, it is no more than most nations do with their own spies, and the Qunari are, perhaps rightly, in retrospect, extremely concerned with the danger of our culture's comparatively liberated mages pose. Our assumptions that all Benhathras are malicious spies bent on bringing Olay into the Qun has no base in fact. It is simply projected against a race whose appearance unsettles us, compounded by a guilty conscience at seeing how many peasants, especially elves, prefer life under the Qun to the life under our empress. The Qunari are a society of people with a different culture and a different values, but people nevertheless, as complex and nuisance as Olay. An expert, oh Jesus, from the Lion and the Bull, radical bias of oversimplification of the Qunari society rose in the Orlesian court, Arthur Unknown, published by the University of Olay. I can't talk like I want. Shaharan. The goal is fear. The Qunari and Shaharan's market must fear that everyone who serves their food is a rebel looking for a chance to slip poison onto a Qunari's plate. The rebels must fear that every farmer they pass in the field is a Benhathra spy ready to bring soldiers running. And the commoners, the peasants, they must fear everyone. They see rebels light their fires that kill Qunari and commoners alike. They see Benhathra arrest commoners who all know are innocent. When these events do not occur naturally, it is our duty to catalyze the process. Only when commoners of Shaharan fear the rebels and hate the Qunari will the Imperium be seen as the preferable option. The action we take here may seem cruel, but to succeed, we must agitate until all of the Shaharans hate both the rebels and the Qunari for their actions. Only when the people are broken can we save them. Only when they fear all others will they accept that the aid of the Imperium. Any good soldier will kill 10 men to save 20. We must bring terror to Shaharan so that we might one day bring peace. An expert from a training manual given to Deventer operas joining the Sakari, who exists, has been officially denied. Okay.
Have you seen the horses Master Dennis and the Inquisition? They're magnificent.
Better than what you ride in Arnsberg?
Well,
You noble boys never change.
Anything to buy? Aha. Thank you. Okay. I will be right back, guys. I'm planning on doing a new outfit. Alright. Oh, gotta put that down. New outfit. Shabby. I'll be switching outfits like a lot.
Inquisitor?
Let's talk about you.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
I very much doubt that.
Your name, Blackwall, doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher then. Ferelden.
I was from the Free Marchers originally. Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
I hear that many wardens were once criminals.
You're right. When you join, your past is forgotten, so let's leave it that way.
What did you do before you became a warden?
I was a soldier, a nobody trained to wield a sword and follow orders. I grew weary of fighting other men's wars.
So you became a warden?
More or less. Becoming a Grey Warden was the first time I felt like I mattered. The life I led before seems hollow in comparison. Perhaps one day it will fade away.
Why did you join the Wardens?
Because they remember honor and sacrifice. Words that have little meaning to the rest of us. Because they lay down their lives for those they have sworn to protect. We all need to believe there are such men in the world. I needed to believe I could be one of them.
Pretty.
We can continue this discussion at another time.
Very well.
Hello, kitty. What do you want? One moment, guys. Do you want to come on? Do you want to come, sweets? Come here. There you go. I hope you can be good there. Yeah. Be good there.
Now that we've got better maps,
Oh, your tail's in the way, honey. Let's go chit-chat with some more. And we have some odd and end stuff to do today.
Need something?
Hi.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Oh, I guess we don't have anything.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Alright.
Her gracious lady bit.
Her gracious lady bits. The names you find. All
I'll
done.
be back if I need you.
Go on.
That conversation ended with your gracious lady bits. Wow.
greetings.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Ah.
Inquisitor, that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train to flick a dagger or an arrow to its target. The grace with which you move is a pleasing sight then. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
So you're suggesting I'm graceful?
No. I am declaring it. It was not a subject for debate.
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits
Sweet,
press so
keep
tightly
moving
on
my
the
cursor
veil that you
here,
can
honey.
slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
You have an interesting way of looking at the world, Solus.
I try. And that isn't quite an answer.
I look forward to helping you make new friends.
That should be... well,
That isn't quite an answer either. We'll talk later.
goodbye.
Okay. Like I said, I watched some clips on Romance and Solace. Never
I heard the Templars have withdrawn.
wanted to, just
I can see
because
them breaking
of
the
the
chain.
ending, but we're gonna get into
Did
it.
you need something?
We're gonna see what the buzz is about.
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did. What of it?
Sweet, honey.
What is the point of an Inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the
right in
mages
my
fairly.
face.
But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
I'll try not to break anything.
That's good to hear.
I could use the left hand of the divine at my side out
I
there.
really don't remember
Every
if we did
agent
this.
out in the world is
We'll
my
find out.
eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also. Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
What exactly does the left hand of the divine do?
A divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
Being a pest. That's what she's doing. While I'm recording, no less.
So you were her spy master too?
I handled difficult situations that couldn't be resolved through more delicate means.
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
Alright, so... I don't even know what I got here. What do I need? Trial of Nox. Really, dear? I hope you guys don't hear that. He's playing with his
You find anything?
mixer. Plays in the band, so...
You built for them the golden city, the center of
Alright,
all
Vivi.
creation.
Yes?
No, I don't wanna. I don't really care to talk to her all that much, so I'll end up like skipping
More
along.
healing drafts for you. Greetings.
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
But not anymore.
Ah, no. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fate who saved you... Well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
Alright, do I have anything to drop off?
Yes. Good.
You're welcome. I guess I did. Let me see. Do you guys have any war table stuff?
Master Dennett's horses are a fine addition to our stables. I will see they are well tended.
Okay, Inquisitor, as longtime scholar of the ancient Avar, I find the information you uncovered about the Tara Bright Axe fascinating. Many believe that the Avar unsophisticated barbarians with no culture worth studying, but do not Olesians say the same of us? The rich oral tradition of the Avar has been largely lost, leaving only these rune-marked fragments. Nevertheless, these confirm what we have heard in stories, that Tara pulled her tribe away from a would-be warlord and chose a hard life in the mountains for uncertain reasons. It is fortunate that she did, for had the Avar remained, the ancient Amari might have pushed north and attracted the attention of the Nemerian tribes that would one day form the Devinter Imperium. Had that happened, it is unlikely that Armaria would have survived to become Ferelden as we know it. Based on the marker runes left at each of these locations, I may be able to find the site where Tanner's legendary axe is located. A crystal-headed axe said to burn with flame would be a fascinating find indeed, if the Inquisition will finance my expedition. Yours, Sister Doris Grun. Let's see, the Avar tribes are not friendly. My scouts can get Sister Doris in and out of the mountains safely. Ferelden nobility. There are nobles who will begin favor with Al-Eamon by helping her. Let's provide our own sorcerers. Inquisitor, I have no idea what to say. Scholars have debated whether Turner's legend axe was an axe set with crystal and set an axe with a magical reinforced crystalline head, or perhaps even just a very polished axe, but apparently the word translated from the ancient language commonly taken to be axe in fact merely means hefted weapon. It is possible that the translation of the saga have been edited to omit evidence that Tyra Brightaxe may have been using what seems, from all appearance, to be a staff, as would more commonly be used by a mage. I apologize for my confusion in this matter. I will endeavor to be more diligent in my translations in the future. Yours, Sister Doris Gruen. Okay. I think that was the only board table one. Yeah. Okay. Was there a perk? Did I miss a perk? I better not have. Okay. I don't think so. I think it was just... Okay, let's go back for a moment. I just want to make sure that my eyes are not playing tricks on me here. Ah, and my eyes are playing tricks on me. Okay. No loss. Alright. World map. Yep. We want to do that. And we want to do this too. Let's do this. And I know we have a map quest in this cave here, but we're not going to worry about it because we're going to be coming back to this cave here later on. Okay, well, shall we take them on? Oh, that was a delay. So this has got us there, so. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what that was. That's right. Right there, let's go get it. Here we are. Yeah. Did I miss that? I must have. It's fine. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Okay. I'm just second guessing myself, guys. Give me one moment. Do I want to go there? I mean, we gotta come back here anyway. And we don't want to go there yet, then. Okay.
Maker, I hope it's not me. That's why. It's good. Thank you.
I know there's some change over here. Some money. Not that I need it or anything. Got it. Okay. Good enough. Yeah. We'll come back in a moment. Up we go.
We should search the area.
We will. A letter found on a dead Templar, Templar Corin. In the light of the current hostilities, I believe our arrangement is no longer satisfactory. You are unable to reach me with payment, and I have no means of delivering the merchandise to you. I hope that when this unfortunate situation is resolved, we may once again do business. Tanner. Bottles of Thetis. A hard liquor that is not so much served as it is brandished. Coarse and indifferent, it is to your taste or it's not. The failing is yours if you cannot rise or lower to the challenge of a distiller told not to. Butter bile? Weird. Okay. I believe that's it there. So now we can go back and take on Am I going the wrong way? It's possible. Hey, I'm going the wrong way. Don't mind me. We'll have to come back. Out of the way. Let's go take care of these guys first. not what I wanted. Go back up here for a moment. We got stuff to grab. Nobody wanted to come out with me? That's sad. All right. Quick way down. A letter in an abandoned house or home. The stone calls to me in my dreams as I shape it with the chisel and hammer. It shapes me in return. The flesh twists, claws, and the fangs rip forth. The light in the sky makes the stone so much louder. In the cave in the hills has good strong stone. I can shape it into something stronger enough to keep me safe if I hurry. Jenin, if you are having the dreams, go talk to the Templars. The war doesn't matter. Their job is to help when things are too frightening to deal with alone. And the only reason the Templars didn't find you as a child is because your parents hid you away. If carving helps you, here's a map to an old cave I stumbled on a few years back. I think it has the stone you like. Let's see here. We still got that to do. Okay. Staying on the path now. Come on. Stronghold of the Apostates. Well, we don't need that no more. Really? Black Wolf. We already read that, I thought. And we read that in the other one, so I'm not reading this one. Okay. Looks like I got like a little bit of delay when it comes to updating it. Don't know why. Can we make it up here without being interrupted?
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons.
Nobody said anything this time around. Well, let's try this then.
What was that?
That rift altered the flow of time around itself. That is unexpected.
We need to find out what caused whatever this is.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
We've spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
It is weaker here than in Haven. And not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
It's saying something, I guess. Alright, guys. I'm gonna just see the recording time. Be right back. Alright, so the recording time is pretty long. I don't want to overwhelm my editor, so we'll go ahead and we'll end this episode here. See you in the next one.